Hello everyone, I am Xiao Gang. Okay, this segment is mainly us re-recording the process of installing Visual Studio 2022. Because the first segment was actually installed on a laptop, there might be some issues. So now we will directly reinstall it. Before reinstalling, we first need to uninstall it. We need to uninstall it, because I have already installed it here. It was installed, so we will uninstall it. We will directly uninstall it here. I will directly uninstall it here. Wait a minute, I'll take you through the installation step by step. Then these documents on both sides. We'll also paste them here, as you can see. It's this Zihu document, the link to the official documentation. This link is okay. There are absolutely no problems. Then actually, the documentation for the first 3 chapters are all available on Jihu. After that, there's no documentation. The subsequent documents are all official documentation in our own project materials. Okay, we won't waste everyone's time. We'll wait until he finishes uninstalling. I'll guide everyone through reinstalling it. Okay, we have completed the uninstallation. We can open our OS. Please try to be quicker. As you can see, I only have 2019 now, but in reality, we can't use 2019 because there might be some details in this area, but we want to save you all time, so we won't emphasize it here. We'll switch it to this comment section. Okay, the main thing is installing VS. Then we'll go straight into the documentation. We'll open these 2 documents. Just a moment here. Actually, there are still many details in this document that need to be covered. We won't discuss the details here. This detail would take a very long time to explain. Next, we need to access VTU Studio. So actually, you enter VS 2022 here. This isn't it. We enter as 2022, and then here, you can find it here. Then download Visual Studio. We download this one. Committees. Just the community version will be fine. And in this spot, if you are a little slow, you can put it into 010, then it will download very quickly. Okay, I'll just wait for this to finish downloading. It's done. We've already downloaded this part. We can just click it and run it, then click yes. We'll close this part so we can continue. We don't need to worry about this part. And while he's pointing, I'll explain this. We have posted this document in the comments section. Post it in the comments section. And over here, we will specify that different engine versions require different VS versions. But there are many other details. I will explain the details to you shortly. Okay, we can just check this location. Then to check this location, you need to install this light decom. It's this light. Let's check them one by one. Light for desktop development. This is the first one. And secondly, there's C++ development. So it's actually the C++ development, right? And here there is also a unified desktop development and game development. So they are desktop application development and game development. Note that within game development, we check this one. We select the Windows 10 SDK, this SDK version. Then we select these as well. These onward. Don't check this one. This is useless. Do not select it. Then let's check if artists and the C++ analysis tool are installed. Okay, so then we are completely fine. Okay, next there are some more configurations. We can just click install here. Next, let's find a single component here. This detail is, we found the MVC at the bottom of this place. This should be it. 14.37. This is it. We need to use the 14.36 version. Then this should be okay. Okay, this is fine. Then we can just click install. Okay, then it starts downloading and installing here. And the speed is quite fast. It's probably around a few megabytes per second. Okay. So we'll stop it here. We just wait for it to finish installing. Okay, it's already installed here. Then he automatically opened it. After opening it, he usually tries to log in, and it might take a little bit of time. You can see that, but you don't have to log in. I should, because I'm used to logging into this Microsoft account. So, this place will take a little time to log in. Then let's wait for it a moment. Okay, we have started now. Before starting, let's continue and click No Code Required. Then we need to do something within this option. I mean, what is this thing? We mainly need to take something called standard from the toolbar. And there is one called solution configuration platform. We need to change the 65 to 200. Okay, this should be fine. And then you see that it becomes very long. Then there are no problems. Then we need to change the language to English. Take a minute to explain this part. Why does it need to be changed to English? We haven't installed the English package here, have we? We can install the English package for it. Then it won't work right now, right? We have an English package here. Here. We missed the language pack, but it won't affect this. I'll adjust it again this way. Then he needs to read out on it. We just need to turn this off. Okay, let's wait for him to install the language pack. Okay, we have successfully installed the language pack here. We just need to click it again to start it. Okay, and then we continue clicking the code. And then here we click the tools option. And then the spot goes back to the area settings we just used. If we select here, it will be in English. We select English. Okay, let's close it now. And then we restart it. It will turn into English. Okay, then if we do it this way, we won't have to worry about it. Note that sometimes after you finish, you need to restart. Just restarting it will be fine. And there are some tips in this place. Also, don't use the error list. We will explain it later. Okay, we can optimize the settings for some configurations in this area. Okay, we won't guide you through finding it here. You can just go around and adjust it yourselves. Then, since we covered this in the last video, okay, there's another detail here. It's right here. Find our C drive, find our users folder. Here in users, user, then find our username. Under the username, there is an app data folder. And inside room, there is Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine, we can see that it is at the bottom. Unreal Engine, it is here. And there is a UBait. UBUB is the compile configuration. Because our configurations are all controlled through this file, after opening it, you will find that this file looks like this. Then you need to confirm. You need to confirm that your version is 10.018362. It's this version. Then in this place, you need to confirm your MSVC version. It's this version. Then we can see this Jihu article. Our Jihu article is in this spot. Meaning you need to write it in this format. Just writing it like this is fine. I can paste the whole thing over here. You can also paste it over. That's no problem either. And the next 3 lines are comments. You don't have to worry about it. It means that sometimes I switch versions. So if it's a comment, you don't need to worry about it. So in this place now, E1-14.36. This is the VS version we installed. This Windows ATK was also a version we manually selected. That solves the problem. Then how do we verify it next? It's fine. We will delete this part. Then we open our API engine. Then here we will create one. Find the replacement engine we found cool. Then we create a 5.4 project. Why specify the SDK and MSVC version? Because I have tested this version. It can compile the 5.4.3 source code. If you use a different toolchain, you won't be able to compile the source code. If you use the default configuration, its MSVC version is 14.40, which is too high. It currently only supports up to. The engine code only supports up to 14.38. And the Windows SDK uses 10.0.18362. This version is relatively stable. If you use the latest Windows CE SDK or Windows 10.22 or the SDK, it will be less stable. There are some potential risks and issues. Okay, we will create a C++ project here. Let's check if the creation was successful. Then we enter xd test. Here, let's capitalize xd depth. Okay. Just check C++. Here, let's see if it created successfully. And then after it finishes compiling, it will open both the editor and this VS. Here, quickly, I won't have to do any manual adjustments. Okay, it's done now. And then this launcher will automatically close shortly, and then it will launch the editor and VS. Okay, we have successfully set it up on our end. Notice that when it enters the project for the first time in the bottom left corner, it will perform some scans and settings on the project. Just let it scan slowly. It will usually prompt you that something is missing. Then you can just click install like this. Just click on it. Be careful not to select too many. Then this place is actually missing this component. Actually, we don't have to worry about it. We can also install it, or we can choose not to install it. We can choose not to install it for the time being. because we have already specified that we want to use version 14.36. And then in this place, we can find the editor performance. We'll turn off this code. Just turn off the lib code here. And there are some bug settings here. We'll turn that off as well. This one is turned off. There shouldn't be any problems. Then we can remove this. And then after we come over here, the CPU usage is a bit high right now. The reason it's high, because it is constantly scanning some files in this project. Okay. Let's just wait for it to settle down. Wait until it finishes scanning. It will be scanned soon. Okay, it has already scanned. Then we disconnect it. Then we move this to the left. Then we can see that this is our project. Okay, this is a simple C++ project, and it's for the third vehicle template. This place is a startup configuration. It will detect these states before you, whether they are normal. This side is completely okay. You don't need to worry about it. Okay, you can erase it. Okay, look, this spot has already changed color, so this area is also normal. Then we right-click and compile the build here. Then we pay close attention. We can set this coordinate at this position. Okay, we can see this output. We set it here. After setting it here, note that this time we select build as the output source. And the compilation here was successful. There are no issues. What we need to pay attention to is we are looking at some related information about UBT. Let's extend it a little. After we extend it, this side did not trigger compilation, right? We just write some code to make it trigger compilation. We'll just put something here. Then you don't have to care what is written here. We are only doing this for demonstration purposes. This is just a placeholder variable. Then we click compile here again. Okay, pay attention to this area. Visual Studio 2000.2.t 1440-632546. So the version of MVC is correct. And the version of Windows SDK is also correct. So there are absolutely no issues. You don't need to worry about this. You can install it that way too. Yes, it will install a 14.381. But we are going to use the 14.361. It's possible that what you created isn't the third template. You can place this thing in this location. You just need to find any spot and write a line of code. And it will trigger a compilation. We can compile it now. So our entire OS environment is okay. Finally, let me add one point. Here, we will have a debug window. You can see that it's exactly in view. And in this part of the error list, then don't use the error list here. You'll find that it sometimes generates many errors. Because why can't this thing be used? It's because of Microsoft's Visual Studio. Its support for the error list isn't very good. There will be issues, so don't use it. We usually encounter errors. We usually just fix these errors in the build if there are no errors here. For example, in this place, we didn't add the semicolon, okay? Now we trigger the compile. Ctrl+B, it's a shortcut key. Then at this spot, don't report this error list. Don't take a screenshot of this and show it to other people because you won't be able to see the problem this way. You need to look at this. You need to look at this line, right? Line 27. Line 27 of this code file. There's an error here. Just take a screenshot of this. Then others will know what mistake you made, and then it can be explained. Of course, it's best if you can understand it yourself. Okay, in this lesson, we will 连注 VS2 We'll get to this point, and then this version. Remember this version. We support compiling the engine source code. Also supports release version engine compilation. The version we are currently using is 5.4.3. Okay, we will stop here for now. Thank you, everyone.